Kelly's lawyer is making serious claims, saying prison officials may have tried to kill the singer by giving him a life-threatening dose of medication while he was locked in solitary confinement. The incident happened at a federal prison in North Carolina, just days after his legal team filed an urgent motion warning that Kelly's life was in danger. According to his attorney, Bo B. Brinley, Kelly had just been placed in solitary on June 10th. Then, 2 days later, on June 12th, prison staff gave him a heavy dose of medication, so much that by the next morning, Kelly passed out in a cell. He was dizzy, had blurred vision, and couldn't stay conscious. He had to be rushed to Duke University Hospital. Doctors at the hospital said the amount of medication he received was dangerous and could have killed him. He stayed there under medical care for 2 full days. But here's where things get even more disturbing. His lawyer says the overdose wasn't a mistake. Brinley says it happened just 2 days after they filed a motion saying Kelly's life was at risk and that this wasn't some medical slip-up. He believes officials intentionally gave Kelly more than a safe dose and claims this act alone shows that his life is not protected while behind bars. This is now the 3rd time Kelly's legal team has asked the court to let him serve time at home instead of staying in prison. Their emergency motion, filed in Illinois on June 16th, says the overdose is just one example of the dangers he's facing. Brinley also pointed to a sworn statement from another inmate, McKeel Glenn Stein, who claims there's a real plot to murder Kelly inside the prison. Stein says that not only are prison guards involved, but white supremacist gangs are part of the plan too, and that the goal is to silence Kelly and hide major problems from his trial. After that statement came out, Kelly was thrown into solitary confinement. Brinley says the conditions there are terrible. He's alone, cut off from all calls, can't buy food from the commissary, and is sleeping in a dirty cell full of spiders. The lawyer says Kelly has even skipped meals for days out of fear someone might poison him. But it gets worse. While Kelly was in the hospital, doctors found out he also had blood clots in both his legs and lungs, which can be deadly if left untreated. They recommended urgent surgery to remove the clots and stop them from getting worse. But instead of letting doctors operate, prison officers walked into his hospital room with guns and forced him out against what the doctors said. Brinley said Kelly was denied the surgery that could save his life and that all of this will be backed up by medical records. He called it undeniable and outrageous. After that, Kelly was taken right back to solitary, the same place where he's already dealing with harsh conditions, isolation, and fear. Brinley believes the entire timeline, from the overdose to the denied surgery, shows that this is more than just bad prison management. He thinks it's a pattern of deliberate actions meant to put Kelly's life at risk. Kelly is now 58 years old and is serving a 30-year prison sentence after being convicted of sex trafficking and racketeering. But his team is warning the court that his sentence could become a death sentence if something isn't done. They've asked for a temporary release, arguing that Kelly can't survive under the current conditions. They're pleading with the court to act before it's too late. Kelly's health has already taken serious hits. He collapsed from a drug overdose, has untreated blood clots in his lungs, and is now back in a solitary cell where he fears for his safety every day. His team says he isn't asking to walk free, he's asking to live. They're demanding that the justice system step in, review the medical records, look at the timeline, and decide if keeping him in prison is really justice or something far more dangerous. With multiple emergency motions already filed and ignored, and one inmate even claiming there's a full conspiracy against him, the question now is, how long will the system wait before it's too late?